Hey everyone, welcome. Welcome guys, we'll get started shortly here. Welcome guys, welcome. Hey Bill, welcome.
Hey dude.
Hello. Welcome guys. Hey Juan, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly here. Welcome everyone, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly. Guys, we'll get started shortly here. Welcome everyone. Hey Taj, welcome. Hey Juan, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly. Yes, I be your woman. Yes, I be your baby. Yes, I be whatever that you tell me when you're ready. Yes, I be your girl, forever your lady. You ain't never gotta worry. I'm down for you. Welcome guys, welcome everyone. Hope everyone is having a great week. We've got a lot of information to go over tonight. Hey Johnny, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly here. Hey Kaylin, welcome. Guys, we'll get started shortly here. Few more minutes. Welcome. Hey Stella, welcome.
Hi David.
Hello. Guys, we'll get started shortly here. Give me a word, I'm no good, I'll be bad for my baby. Make sure that he's getting his share. Make sure that his baby take care. Make sure I'm on the floor, on my knees, keep him please, rub him down, be a lady in the free fall. All right, guys. Welcome. As you guys know, on Thursdays, we do equities, options, ETFs. Okay, so we'll look at stocks. We'll take a look at the indexes, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so Lots of information that we're going to go over tonight. The markets are really moving. So we have a big day to the downside today. So you guys should see my screen right here, Monster Market Tracker. All right, so as we've been talking, this should not be a surprise that we're in the markdown phase. Okay, so we're in the markdown phase right now. All right, so the Dow, here's the Dow right here. Here's today's price action here. So we're sitting right at this support area right here, red candles. So we should not be in stocks. If we're gonna trade stocks, we're gonna trade lightly. All right. But you really should be in puts or shorting. All right. So that's the Dow. That's the Dow right here. The S&P, same thing right here. This is the price action today on the S&P, red candles. Let me open this out a bit so you guys can see this. All right. So, this is the Dow. So you see here, markdown phase. All right, that's the S&P here, same thing, markdown phase, right? We can see that sellers are in charge. The sellers are in charge, okay? The buyers are not in charge. The sellers are in charge, okay? So we're in the markdown phase here. All right, same for the NASDAQ. All right, same for the NASDAQ. Same thing here for the NASDAQ. You guys should see this in the markdown phase. This is going to be a big area here. Hey, Helen, welcome. Big area here for the NASDAQ. All right. And I know some of you are already in the queues, right? So you got some puts on the queues. We had talked about this last week, right? So you guys, if you want to take advantage of this, for new traders, I would be careful unless you're trading sniper trader. You've been taking some option trades with sniper, then that's fine. But if you haven't traded options, you're a new trader, I wouldn't recommend that. All right, so just be careful with that. All right. Hey, Kim.
Hey, how's it going, David?
Good, good. All right, guys. So the NASDAQ looks really good to go lower. All right, so the NASDAQ QQQ, right? Here is the support we're watching right about right here, right in here for the NASDAQ. All right, so here is today's price action right here. All right, so we are looking to open up next week and test this area in here. Hey, Travis, welcome. Hey there, looking to test this support right here, guys. This is going to be a big support. So that's right at 11,178 is a big support right here. So keep an eye on that, okay? So those of you who are in puts, just continue to hold those puts. Right, just continue to hold those puts. Be steady with those. Okay, so if we break this area in here, I'm going to show you guys something. So that's on the NASDAQ. But what we are really looking at when we want to make a move, take a move in the NASDAQ, we do it with the Qs, and I want to show you guys something here. Some really good price action with the Qs. So here's the Qs right here. All right, so we got the 240-minute time frame here. So that's the 240. We have a nice sell short signal right here, right? Nice markdown phase, right? Nice markdown phase. We'll look to break this support here next week. All right, on the daily time frame, also the same thing, guys. Here's sell short signal right here. All right, nice price action to the downside right here. All sellers are definitely in control. All right, and that's the 240. That's the daily, and then we've got the weekly. All right, this is the weekly. You guys remember Peter talked about that weekly time frame, and Kim had mentioned also this trade. Okay, so what we'll be looking at next week on the Qs is if we can break right here. Now, for those of you who've traded options, you guys want to, if you're not in, you should have been in by now. All right, you should have been in by now. What we'll be looking at, Bill, you got some Qs, right? Bill?
Yeah, I got in on Monday morning.
Okay, good. I know Kim is in. So yeah, so just watch this price right here. 331. 331 is going to be that support. All right, so watch that support right in here. If we can break that, we're going much lower. Okay, we're going much lower. All right. So just really keep an eye on that going into next week. All right. Let's see here. All right. The VIX. All right. The VIX has been coming down and we got some buying in. So we got some buying that came in today. I'm going to put this on the weekly. I'd rather the weekly. Too much noise on the daily. Let me change this here to the weekly. All right, so here's the weekly here. That's the weekly on the VIX. And right now we're at 28. And as you guys know, when the VIX goes up, when that VIX moves higher, right, that's not good for equities, okay? So when the VIX moves higher, that is not good for equities. So guess what? It's moving higher, guys, right? It's definitely moving higher. At 28, we'll watch it here to see if it can get back to that 35, right around 35, 38. If it breaks that, guess what? These indexes will come down. All right, these indexes will come down. As far as the sectors, energy is still the top sector. All right, it's right here at 32, right? So it's come down a bit. All right, but it's still the top sector. All right, we're starting to see some moves in healthcare, right? So here's healthcare right here, tech, but with the price action right here in the indexes, I would definitely be aware of that. And guess what? With the VIX again moving higher, be careful. All right. Let's take a look at Stock Boss. These are stocks in Stock Boss. All right. Now we're starting to see more opportunities in Stock Boss right here. All right. So here's a technology stocks right here. Here is healthcare right here. Here is energy. So they're slowing the buying in energy, right? We had a lot more energy stocks. Okay. So they're kind of slowing the buying in energy here. All right. So still some opportunities, but they're slowing. All right. But healthcare, right? Healthcare, we're starting to see some early moves in healthcare and tech and technology in Stock Boss. Bullmaster, more opportunities in healthcare with Bullmaster right here. So in Bullmaster, we're really starting to see, you guys look here, this buy signal, break of resistance. This is resistance right here, buy signal right here, price is moving higher. All right, look at another healthcare stock right here. So here's another healthcare stock right here, buy signal here. So they're really trying to get into healthcare, biotech, but still be careful. All right, still be very careful. All right. Nothing much in Monster ETF. So we don't have a lot in Monster ETF. All right. I want to talk about Bitcoin. So as you guys know, we had gotten a buy signal on the 240, then we got a sell signal. We got out of that trade, and we've been out for, I think, over a week now. All right. So let's take a quick look here at Bitcoin. So here was our sell signal to get out. Here was our sell short on a break of support right here. Price broke resistance right here. And we got a sell, a buy to cover, to exit here. And here today was a big day. The reason I want to talk about it is because we closed support right here. Right here, we closed support with a red candle. That's not good for Bitcoin. All right, because now we're looking to retest. We're looking to retest the support area down in this area in here. Okay, so we've got some selling coming in, broke support right here. So we're back in sellers territory, and that's the price action right here. So a lot of action. Look at this right here. A lot of action. I know it's small, it's hard to see, but a lot of action with the major cryptos. Okay, so we could see over the weekend Bitcoin really make a move back down to this area in here. Okay, so keep an eye on that. All right, the futures market. I'll take a look at the futures market, and we'll open it up for questions and charts that you guys want to see this evening. Okay, we're going to keep the questions, guys. This is an important class. Okay, so we want to keep the questions kind of tailored to stocks and symbols and the market that you guys want to, you know, symbols and opportunities that you guys are looking for. So as far as the futures market, like I said, guys, for whatever reason, they're not in crude as much, right? So this is it right here. This is it. There is heating oil, natural oil there, but there isn't a lot of crude. So I don't know what the price is. It Kim, is it still 93, 94?
No, it's dropped down to like 91 and change. It peaked. Here, I'll give you the exact price. Give me about 2 seconds. Commodities. Right now, WTI is at 91.42. We've had a drop in the last couple of days. It almost hit 96. Can you believe that?
Okay, so they're definitely they might take a break for a while, because we're not getting any, we're not seeing any energy stocks, and in the futures we're not seeing, so they might take a break for a bit here. Here's the here's aftermarket action with the Dow, the E-mini, Russell, S&P right here. So as far as we'll go over this one position. We've got one position right now in Forex. As you guys know, right now Forex is consolidating really tightly. All right, so it's really consolidating. All right, right here, guys, if you look here, from right here below 20 and down, all these pairs are consolidating. And I would say 2020, 21, 22, 23, up until about 23, 24, these are all consolidated. So the market as a whole is consolidated. I found one opportunity that we could trade. Okay, that's NZD CAD, so New Zealand CAD. All right, that's that one opportunity. So you guys just be very careful. If you're going to trade on a very small time frame. Okay, be very careful. This is not a good environment to be trading. So I would say right now we've got about probably a good 80% of the Forex pairs are in range bound, and the balance kind of, you know, you might get a bit more movement, but not much. I mean, if you look here, not a lot of movement. Okay, so just be careful. Any stocks or anything you guys want to take a look at, right? Anything you guys want to take a look at?
While you're on that page, David, if you can bring up NZD CHF for a short position.
MZD.
Yeah, CHF, New Zealand dollar, Swiss franc.
For short, okay, we'll go here. NZD.
No, not yet. I'll look at it. That's on the 240. Wow.
Yeah.
It's not we're getting some few white candles, but it's not
That's
not there for sure. Yeah.
No, you got a long way to go. Yeah, you got a long way to go.
What do you think, down at about the 61,399 area?
Yeah, I would say that's not a very good chart. The shorts that I like is when they're they've run up quite a bit. So let's see here. So we've got a pretty good support right here. Yeah, you might. So what's that? 161. 160.
I was thinking 61,399 area.
399 would be right here. Yeah, break this. Yeah, right in here, right about in here. A little lower. Yeah, a little lower than the support in here. So we've got, let me draw it out. All right, so we've got support here. The thing about it, Cam, if you do this, just know that you're within a range here. Support is right here. So you could get a nice move back to this area in here. Okay.
It's about 399 pips, a little bit more, maybe 400 even, if it goes all the way to the bottom of the range.
I don't see 400.
61399.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
00.
Yeah. I mean, you could get it, but the New Zealand pairs are strong, right? So I think the move is probably to the upside. Okay. So yeah. So if we take a look here, so if we take a see right here, they're pushing it higher, and then if you look here. Let's see here. Where's my trend line? All right. So if we look here from the bottom here, see here, it's moving up, right? Moving up that trend. And then if we draw this right here, you'll notice right here, it's got a triangle, right? So we got higher lows, and we got that triangle coming right here. So if it breaks, and it looks like it's trying, you guys, you see that here, it's moving higher and higher and higher and higher, right? So it's holding here. So, and then if we draw this, we've got a channel here too. All right, so we've got a channel. Let's see here. Not a great channel, but we got somewhat of a channel here, right? So you see that where the price did this, and now it will probably look to do this and get back up to this area in here. But so yeah, I mean, if it breaks this right here, if it breaks this line right here, gets down into this moving average, you might get a short here. But if you look at the other pairs, look here, New Zealand CAD, that's pretty bullish. And then the one that we're in, which one are we in? Which one are we in? CAD. We're in CAD. New Zealand CAD. Yeah, the long right here. Here is the long, right? Which one are we in? Hold on.
That one is NZD CAD.
NZD CAD, yeah. So right here, so that's bullish here. All right, and look here, it's making. So I mean, anything can happen, but definitely trying to make a move to the upside here. And then the other one here, New Zealand dollar, same thing. It's definitely right now, it's got more buying than selling.
in my early days of trading, I was like a lost, wandering soul, right? Around, trading forums, blogs, and websites.
All right. Okay. Anything else you guys want to take a look at? Any stocks? Any stocks?
All right. Nobody else is. I'll go ahead.
Hey, Peter, what was your stock? AB. I'm just curious. What was
You
it?
talking about the mountain stock or the one that's
No.
climbing up?
No.
ABV?
Yeah.
ABBV?
ABBV. Yeah, I'm just curious to see how your stock is doing.
Did a little pullback today on the 1 hour, but still strong.
You still in it?
Oh no, I'm out of this one. I'm
Wow.
I put more money in my Upstart.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This one, because my call option was 150 call, and my time was just getting chopped up. So,
Okay.
So I just kind of
Okay.
got out.
But you did okay on this, right?
I haven't made any profit yet. No.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just kind of like break even, lost a little money, so I just kind of got out because
Okay.
I'm reallocating my capital to Upstart.
Okay. All right. Kim, did you have a stock?
Yeah. Another one. Look at CF Industries. No one ever talks about that. This company, they're a mining company, and they mine for fertilizers for crops.
Don't they do phosphate? They do phosphate.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Old company.
CF. Yeah. This one I've stuck with has done pretty good for me this week. Picked up some options. The 7250 calls for $2 and sold some of those today for $3.40. And I still have some left, but this one's been working really good for me. And I like it a lot. I've traded it a lot over the years.
Even with this consolidation in here, you still did okay, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Another one, if you bring up going back to energy, is Devon Energy. That one seems to be the hottest one. The one that's doing really, really well. That one. And
what's the symbol?
It's a DVN, David Victor Nancy.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah, and everything else I've been just short and left and right as far as technology is concerned.
Okay. Yeah, very good. Very good. You still in this one?
Yeah, I got a few contracts left, paid 69 cents for the 55 calls. I got in there kind of late this week, and they're sitting at about 87, so I haven't made a whole lot on that one. But months ago, since September, I probably have traded this one about 10 or 15 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Anything else, guys? Anything else you guys want to see?
Could you take a look at my stock, Upstart, UPST?
UP.
Hey, Peter, I did really good on that one on earnings play, man.
Yeah.
Really good. I bought the stock, and I didn't trade the options. I just bought the stock and did.
Yeah, it's stock is easier to trade. You just hold on to it, and I'm holding on. It looks good. I'm going to hold on till 190.
So Peter, you got that gap up, huh?
Yeah. Remember, I told you right before earnings, I took two call positions and also 2 put positions just to hedge both directions. So yeah, caught the gap up, and you told me the resistance at 159. So if it passed that 159, we'll go into 200.
So it closed today at 139 is where it closed?
It touched 157 and came back down to, I think, 140-ish, 139-ish.
Okay, so we were looking at
how Ken, so It's easier to trade if you just go long on the stock. It's just you
Yeah,
don't have that.
as soon as it gapped up yesterday on earnings, and
You
'cause
saw
I saw it in after hours, so I was like 9:30 and 10 seconds. I was buying the stock, and I've
Yeah.
already sold all of my position already.
Okay, good. Good. I mean, profit is always good. I just did research on the stock. Usually after earnings, it bumps up 100 points.
You guys
So-
want to see something that's pure luck on my part? I think I love this thing. Bring up ISPL. I paid $11 for 500 shares about 3-4 days ago. The symbol is ISPL, Igloo Sam Paul Oscar.
How much did you get in?
I paid $11 and change.
11.
You see that one, that little shoot up, that little spike a
Right
couple
here?
of days ago? That
Right
little,
here?
yeah, that's when I got it.
Are you kidding me?
How'd you know how to do this play? What kind of play is
I
this?
saw it on CNBC and it was in the percent gainers list that day. Because you got to think about it. When you're an $8, $9 stock and you go up to like $11, you know, that's like 20%. And I saw it and I was like, this is a cheap one. Well, let me buy 500 shares.
Are you kidding?
I couldn't believe it.
So it's a so you didn't trade the option then, just the
No, they
underlying.
don't-
You trade the underlying, no options yet.
They don't have any options yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, hey guys, I got to admit this, David.
Oh my
You know,
God.
everybody in the room, this is
Oh, my.
not planned. This is just pure luck.
Yeah.
Pure
You don't
luck.
want to be doing this.
No, you guys don't even try to do anything.
This is what we
just-
call a supernova stock.
Yeah, I mean, this is like somebody blindfolded me and pushed me in a room full of gold type sort of thing.
What you'll probably see next week, the shorts will come in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah.
And
This is
they'll
definitely a short play.
they'll hit this. They'll hit this pretty heavy. Yeah, they'll hit it all the way back down. Yeah.
If you guys see what's his name called? He teaches shorting penny stocks. Timothy Sykes.
Tim Sykes, yeah.
Tim Sykes. He
Yeah.
put a lot of courses on how to.
Yeah.
He has a lot of traders that are students become millionaires
Yeah.
shorting these supernova stocks.
Yeah.
David's right.
Sykes is pretty good.
Yeah, David is right, guys. This is absolutely positively gonna come down.
Oh yeah. Oh,
There's
yeah.
no real. This company's there's no real earnings. It's not a financially solid company, right?
I have no idea.
This is just a pure pump and dump kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's a pump and dump. Yeah. Whenever you guys see anything like this, right? Anything like this, guys, stay away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Run.
stay away.
Run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the money has been made. Like Kim made his money, he's out, right? So never chase. When you notice, when we look at price, and I'm glad this is good. This is good to know, okay, for you guys. What we do, and you know, as we move forward, we'll go more into the systems and how they work. If you guys look here, this area right here in Heat Seeker, right? We track about 22,000 stocks every day. And so we track 22,000 stocks, and then Heat Seeker is only gonna bring back the stocks, right? The stocks that the big institutions are buying on high volume. And it runs automatically every day, all right? But if you guys look here, right here, you will see these large numbers here. So these are like millions, trillions of, just a lot of shares, right? So, and we track this, we do rather than one, see, if you guys look here, that's 1 days of volume. Where is it?
Wow.
Yeah, this right here is 1 days of volume. Here, we track 3 months of volume. Right, so we have a buildup, right? So this is when we look at volume like this, think of volume like this, like the accumulation phase. So they're buying, building shares. So we'll never get this. We'll never get anything like this, all right? Because guess what? They're not buying this. The institution they're not in here. So there's nothing to hold this up, right? So the short traders, they know that, right? So they know that this is news driven, right? There's no real money behind it. So it's a great shot for them. They'll come in. I can guarantee you guys that they will come in tomorrow, early next week. I mean, they're licking their chops. I mean, they're ready to take this thing all the way down, right? They're ready to, and it's an easy short for them.
Even if you do a short play, it's difficult to trade this because if you don't do it right, your risk is unlimited. So any big buyers can push it even more higher.
Yeah, very risky. Yeah.
So it's hard to trade this stock.
Yeah.
Situation.
Yeah.
You have to be really advanced.
Yeah, the money was made exactly what Kim did, right in here, right? Exactly what he did. But that's not what you guys are wanted. You got to be good to do that. 1 second here. But let's see here. Someone had hold on. Oh, okay.
Hey, David, can you finish talking about Upstart? I just had like one question.
Okay, let's see here. Okay, go ahead, Peter.
So I don't really understand gaps. So since there's a gap below, I put my stop at the bottom of the first green candle. So that's my imaginary stop. So what I don't understand is if it gaps up and it continues to go up, that's a good sign, right? If it gaps, if it comes back down to fill the gap.
If it fills that gap, it's coming back down.
Okay.
Right, it's coming back down. Kim, you want to add anything? Because I know you do a lot.
Yeah. I look at gaps as I pretend that it's a candle there. That's what I do. Gaps, a lot of times they do get filled. You can tell when they're going to get filled when it doesn't. You see where David has his line at, and his cursor. He just moved it, but if it gets into that gap, normally it goes and gets filled, and it comes right back down.
Yeah. So
the system has not given us a buy signal yet on this one. You won't get a buy signal until you hit past 160, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking probably right about.
That's the resistance.
So the resistance is right. You see right here. See, that's the real resistance right here, right here. See where it held that gap before, right here. Right here, see right here, all previous support. So right here, it's got to get above that. So it's got to get above 162, Peter, 162. So it could, I mean, the good thing is it's got green candles, right? The buyers are in. What's going against you though, okay, is the market. All right. That's what's going against you. So otherwise, if the market, I think the Dow was down, what, 600 points, I think?
602, 606, I believe.
But this is a financial stock. So the financials and energy, they're performing.
Yeah. Well, you would have gotten this. You would have broken resistance had it not been for the market. So it's still holding. I mean, the fact that it held today with a down market, like, is pretty good. Usually when we get selling like this, we'll have an up. We know if who knows, right? But if we get an update tomorrow, you might. That's your target. 162 is your target.
No. My target is 190.
190
next resistance.
Yeah, so if it gets through 162, 190 will happen pretty quickly. If you look here, so if you look here like previous, that 162 is going to be the level there. So 190 is right here. So if you break 162, and that could happen quick. You'll get 190 is not a concern. The larger concern is
the one breaking that 160. I'm
Yes.
going for the I could confidently say I made 100-point trade. Like my trade, I got in at 109, 110, exit about 190, 200, bro. Now I'm gonna say I made the great white trade, 100-point trade.
This is
Because
not
it could even go higher if it goes towards 200 and it breaks 200 resistance. It'll go to the next resistance, right?
Yeah. So I would watch the price action tomorrow. Do you know what it's doing in aftermarket?
Down.
It's down in aftermarket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not much, but down.
Yeah, that's because of the market. So I would just watch it, Peter, tomorrow. So you got your stop right at what, 128?
My imaginary stop was 132.
132.
Just watching that gap, the bottom of
Okay.
that first green candle.
Okay. You should be good. Guys, I am not, for whatever reason, Zoom is not recording. It didn't do it last night and it's not recording again. So I apologize for that. I won't be able to send out a video later on this, a recorded video, but I'll check on it and get it fixed.
After market, it's holding at 140 and 60 cents.
140.
60.
Yeah,
Okay.
60 cents.
Okay. You should be good. You should be good.
Hey, Peter, where do you live?
I'm here in Orlando.
All right. We gotta hit one of these high-end restaurants one day.
Disney Springs steak restaurant.
I have a question, David.
Yes, go ahead, Madison.
I have two actually. What's a gap?
Hey, Madison, I don't
Yeah.
believe you've got only two questions.
Okay, that's true.
There's no way you've got two questions.
That's true. You just said to stay on today's topic. So yeah.
Hey, Cam, you want to answer that for Madison?
What's the gap? A gap is when you start at one price and the next day when you open up much higher than the price that you closed at the day before. So you can see in this particular chart, you can see two obvious gaps. One right before the when you got the buy signal. Yep. And the other one was yesterday. Yep. So those are gaps.
I'm
And-
confused.
Okay.
Wait.
Imagine closing at a price of like, let's say one, maybe this, I think from the couple of days ago, I think it closed around about like maybe 117 or something like that.
Okay, no, tell me again on this chart, where is a gap?
Okay.
Okay, hold
Can you
on.
look to your far right, those last two green candles.
Madison, you see where it's there isn't a candle at all. It's like an open space, right? So if you look here, right, you see this.
Yeah,
open,
see that.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
right here. That's the gap. Okay.
That's a gap up.
Okay.
That's the gap up. So there's a gap up and then there's a gap down. So this way was a gap down.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it.
Okay. So
Right.
what could happen is if a trader is, let's say they're in the market, let's say they're in it. So you'll see if you're in the trade and you wake up, right? So you trade in stocks and you wake up, you might see a big your account will be negative because guess what? It gapped down at the open.
Yeah.
Okay, so these gaps happens at the open.
Yeah.
Okay, they happen at the open.
Yeah.
So they don't happen throughout the day, right? They happen when the market closes, and then when it opens, right? All of that selling that happened, right? While the market was closed. So there's still traders. I mean, even when the equity markets is closed, you can still trade. There are traders that are able to put in orders. Okay, so that's why you get that. Okay.
Now,
I have
now,
a
Matt-
question for
now, Matt-
Ken and David. What about the shorts that was shorting the stock? would a short squeeze come into play for
No.
this stock right now?
If they shorted
No.
the stock, they would have shorted it right where Davis down arrow is.
Yeah.
And the fact that we gap up like now, what they'll do, they'll start covering their short positions. In other words, they'll start buying the stock. Because think about what a short is. A short is when you borrow the stock, you sell it, hope to buy it back at a lesser price later, and then give it back to the person that you borrowed it from.
If they
So-
cover, your price is gonna go higher.
It's
quick.
gonna
Yeah,
go
that's what
higher.
I'm asking is just like,
Yes.
does a short squeeze come into play for this situation right now? For the bears that in the stock trying to short this and the
Well,
buyers
it's-
short squeeze.
Well, it's not really that much of a squeeze because most of the people that shorted the stock,
Out.
they shorted it way up there at the 350 area, in the 300 area. You got very, very few people that were trying to short the stock 2, 3, 4 days ago. Very few people,
Oh, okay.
inexperienced people, let's put it that way.
Yeah. The shorts like it. They like it. They like it when the price is moving like this. It's kind of
is.
settled. Yeah, it's middle base. You know, it's yeah. So it's got pretty good support. So yeah, they won't squeeze it. You know, it won't be.
Okay, I'm sorry, can we go back to the gap thing?
Okay.
I just want to make sure I understand this. You said that this happens when we're done trading for the day, but people are still able to sell. So you're only able to sell at when the market's closed, you're not able to buy,
No,
right?
no.
Go ahead, Kim.
All right, now what happens is, okay, regular trading stops at 4 o'clock.
Okay,
After our trading goes all the way until 8 p.m. Okay, so there may be trades going on, but when you go back to the regular session, it's going to start at 9:30 tomorrow. That's the price that this program records. So what happens?
I'm
is,
sorry, you need to slow down for a second. Hang on. You said after hour trading goes until 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. Okay, and then what?
And then the regular normal session, the one that's reflected on this particular chart, starts at 9:30 tomorrow morning.
Okay,
Now, there's also pre-market trading that starts, what time does pre-market say? 7?
I think 7. Yeah.
7 o'clock pre-market day, but that's not reflected on this chart.
okay,
Yeah, so what this is recording is the 9:30 to 4 o'clock session,
okay.
6.5 hours every trading day.
So the chart reflects
9:30 to 4 o'clock, that's it.
9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Yep,
Okay, so
Okay.
pre-market is, I'm looking at it here, pre-market trading for stocks is at 4 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time.
they got it at 4 o'clock in the morning now?
4
Wow.
a.m. Yeah, wow.
Didn't know that.
And David, for those early morning traders, are they Europe sessions traders that are trading our market? If they want to trade stocks?
No, not, I mean,
Not
there's flow. I mean, there's flow that's coming in from all over, right? But no, that's usually US traders that are trying to get, yeah, they're trying to get their positions in before the market, yeah, opens, yeah.
Is that a thing for European trader to trade on our market stocks
Oh, yeah.
or no?
Yeah, all of the U.S. markets are traded all over the world,
All over the world. Okay. So yeah.
except for places where they don't allow people to trade stock publicly, like China. If you're a Chinese citizen, you can't open up a brokerage account in the U.S. and you can trade. Now, if you're rich in China, you have the right connections. Yes, you can do it.
And
But,
after, go ahead, Kim.
yeah, but the regular average citizen cannot open up a brokerage account. If you are a resident and you're living in China, you cannot open up an account here and trade.
Okay, so
After market, one second. After market, now you guys, it's good to know this. After market trading is from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. So Kim mentioned that. So 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then pre-market is 3 a.m. to 9:30. All right, right before the market opens. Okay, go ahead, Madison. Go ahead, Madison.
She's muted.
She's muted. I didn't mute her.
Okay, so sorry. So now keep going. You're explaining to me, after hour and regular hours, what causes the gap, or who causes the gap?
Okay, let's pretend right now it's 4:00 p.m. and
Okay.
we hear the closing bell. Okay,
Okay.
so that's the regular session. Okay.
Okay.
Pretend there's no after hours or pre-market trading, and then trading starts again at 9:30 in the morning. That's what's going to be reflected on this chart.
Okay.
Now, to make it really confusing, for the currency pairs, that's not the case. For currencies, when David has up British pound, US dollar, Japanese yen, Swiss franc, New Zealand dollar, Aussie dollar, that does not apply to what I just said.
You will have a bit of a gap, but it won't be through the week. So you might have it when Forex opens on Sunday. All right, you'll have a bit of a gap, but not like equities here, not like equities. Now the gaps, it's important, right? It's important to kind of know what it is, right? But we don't trade around this, right? I mean, this stock here that Peter has, and these gaps are happening because of earnings. Okay, so it's not a big concern. Okay, and I always say, guys, there's a lot of information out there, right? There's a lot of information out there. So we don't have to know everything. Okay, but it's good to know. It's good to know. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm sorry. Can we slow down just a second for me? Okay, so if I need to like say this back to make sure that I understand. Okay, so you're saying that the equities market, okay, hours are from 9:30 a.m. Eastern time to 4 p.m. Eastern time, and this is Monday through Friday.
Yes.
Okay, and then but there is trading that happens, and that's called aftermarket.
Right.
Right, and that happens between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. or before the market starts between 4 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. Monday through Friday.
That's correct.
Okay, and it's closed Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Okay, now whatever happens during those aftermarket hours is what causes the gap that we see on the chart, because the chart only tracks what buyers and sellers do between the hours of 9:30 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern time, Monday through Friday.
Now you have a very good understanding of it. That's
Thank you.
exactly right.
And everything I just said right now doesn't really apply to Forex,
Right.
because Forex runs on a different time frame altogether and is more international.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we see less gaps, but we may see gaps.
Yeah. Boy,
Okay.
when we get to abandoned baby island reversals, boy, you really understand that.
We get to abandon what?
Cam, stop.
No, that's okay. Don't
Stop,
stop.
Kim.
I'm all right.
I'm just teasing. Abandoned baby island reversals.
Let me write that down.
No,
Hang
don't
on.
write that down. I'm just clowning around.
Abandoned baby island reversals. Baby
Yeah,
island.
that's something you'll hardly ever see. Don't worry about it. Forget you ever heard of it. That was a
Okay.
joke.
Okay,
Yeah.
guys. Okay, we're gonna move on. We gotta move on here. Okay, all right. Okay. So Peter, any other questions on your trade here on Upstart?
Good, thank you.
That's it. Okay. Any other Stocks, anything else you guys want to take a look at? How about the new Bill, Daniel, Travis, Stella? You guys have any Taj, anything you guys want to see, talk about?
Well, just for clarification on the whole gap thing, when you said they might go, it might end up filling in, how does that happen? Like, if we open up a chart and there's a gap.
Okay, so if here is the gap right here. All right.
Right.
So here is the gap. Here's the gap right here. Okay, so here's the price moved to the upside. Here is the gap. All right, what we want is for the price to hold above. When it gaps up, we want it to hold and continue higher. If the price comes down and fills that gap, that's very bearish. That means that they're taking the price back down.
Oh,
Okay.
so if it comes back down, then the trend might follow that?
Yeah, so what Peter is watching, and that's why he's got a mental stop right here, right? So he's got a mental stop right at, what was it, 132, right, Peter? 132, right? A mental stop at 132. So if it breaks that, it's going to fill that gap. You see that right here?
Oh, I get it. Okay.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
going to fill that gap, and then he's going to have to get out, because guess what? If it fills that gap, guess what? That's not
The trend's going to go down.
Yeah, it's reversing. Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah.
All
All right.
right. Good. Thank you.
I'm just gonna take whatever profits or whatever price I can get once it
Yeah.
breaks my stop.
Yeah, and this is a bit advanced. I mean, this is a bit advanced, and it's, you guys want just to manage the trade. It's good to know with the signals. You guys, I mean, Peter is taking this without the signal, but let's see here, and we just analyzing it on the daily. What I would recommend is you do it on the 240. And which Peter is probably doing that already. So on the 240, if we did, what is it? Let me go back here. On the 240, let's see here. I'll bring it in. I'll do it here, 240. So your 240, let's take a look at it right here. Peter, are you watching it on the 240 at all?
I'm watching on the 30 minutes because I have a lot of money. My money target is $10,000, so I put in, like 3,000 to 4,000.
Okay, so
because I bet both ways, so
okay,
that's why
so
I have to.
If you look
cover my
here,
costs.
you see this previous gap right here. You see this? There's a previous gap right here. Let's see here. Yeah, it just has to hold. It just has to hold. Yeah, that's about it.
I mean, it's a good sign if it holds. Like previous earnings, you see the beginning of the mountain, the gap held.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm just basing on if it breaks that gap, I'm just gonna get out, take whatever.
Yeah, I think you'll be. We should have. I mean, when the market drops like this, 600 points on the Dow, you should get a lift tomorrow. The futures are flat right now, but you might get some help by the market.
Hey Peter, if by the time UPST reports the next time, I guess it'll be in May, I think it will be. Yeah, May. If this stock has not filled that gap, it may not for a while, for a long while.
I'm thinking it's gonna go back to 300 and fill that huge gap. That's what.
Yeah.
This earnings or next earnings. You see that huge gap of the red? I think it'll go
Yeah.
back to it to fill that gap.
Okay.
This is
So,
this is
yeah.
a monster of a stock. This beast. I tried shorting this on the markup phase, and I didn't learn David stuff. I got killed.
Yeah, if you look here, Peter, this is what you've got on your side. So here is some good news. Here is some good news, and we'll end with this. All right, we'll end with this. You don't have a buy signal, but look what you've got. You don't have a buy signal yet, but look what you have. You have a buy to cover, a sell to cover.
Signal to tell you exit the shorts.
Yeah, so you got here's the short, right? So we got out on the short. That's good. That's good, right? I mean, we can tell by the candles, right? But guess what? It's the system is telling us, hey, we should be out short. Here was our long. We bought here, sold here, went short here, got out here. Yeah, you're good to move higher. Okay, so that's further confirmation, if that helps. Okay, if that helps.
I got a question for Cam and for Peter. When do you know when it's time to sell your option? The reason I'm asking that, like Sniper Trader, Monday mornings we get our data alerts and either hold for another day or get out. But do you use options profit calculator to follow that, or how do you know? I mean, because the longer I hold on to it, the more I'm going to lose my.
Well, let me answer that. I'll take that. Okay. Okay. All right. So with Sniper, guys, with Sniper, we don't want to mess around. I mean, that's why we have Sniper, so that we don't. There's no wiggle room, or there isn't a lot of wiggle room. All right. That whole process is very precise. That's why it's called Sniper Trader, right? So when we send those alerts on Friday, we send them on Friday, 2:30, 3 o'clock, you guys get those alerts. One second here. You guys, let me mute. Okay, so when we send those alerts out, all right, this is important. When we send those alerts out every Friday between 2:30, 3 o'clock, right? You guys are going to have to enter those in before the market closes at 4 p.m. On Monday, okay, on Monday, we are going to send the signals, the alerts to get out. You have to get out. Okay, so it doesn't matter what the chart is doing, right? If we send the alert to get out, you guys have to get out of the trade.
And I understand that process for Sniper Trader, but I'm talking about in general. How do you know when it's time to sell? Do you follow like the options profit calculator and just watch it that way? Or I mean, how do you know?
I'll kind of answer you in general. Options, as a buyer of options, if you're holding options long, the price has to trend. If the price goes sideways on you and range bound, go nowhere, get out of the option. It has to trend for you to make money. As a seller of option, it's just the opposite. You want price to stagnate, doesn't go anywhere. You don't want it to trend. So as a buyer of options, that's what you're doing with Sniper Trader. You want price to pick a direction, trend up or trend down. So that's how you know if you're doing good. If it trends the direction you want, stay until you get close to your profit target level.
Okay.
Absolutely. I agree.
Okay. Thank you.
Does that help, Bill?
Yeah. Is it better like on a Friday, if you're not sure, is it better to get out Friday or to risk having a surprise Monday morning?
Well, it goes back to David's system. If you're doing a Sniper Trader.
Well, he's not, but Kim, he's not referring to Sniper. So this is.
Yeah, I'm just in general. I'm just talking in general, just looking at it.
What I do is I simply look at the charts, and the charts tell me when to get out. That's
Okay.
what I do to answer the question.
Thank you.
One more answer. Options are great for day trading. Like if during the day it picks a direction, you get in and get out. You open yourself to risk if you hold it long term. So one day you could be up a lot, next day it goes against you. So it's great for intraday, day trading, long-term trading. You really have to know what you're doing.
All right.
And by the way,
Thank-
Bill, I hold mine a long time, a lot of times.
A long time is what? Couple of months on end?
No, never more than about what, maybe 2 to 3 weeks at the very, very, very most. I very seldom buy leaps, which are options that expire 6 months or longer out. But I would say probably 95% of my trades, when I trade options, they expire within 2 weeks. I'd just say 3 weeks, because all stocks don't have weekly options. So yeah.
Are you picking, are those options like the direction is moving in your favor, right? It's trending, right?
Yes.
It has to
I-
trend.
Like one stock I've had for over a week now is MPWR, Monolithic Power. They had earnings. I bought it before the earnings. And I still have a couple of contracts left. And like you said, Peter, the stock is trending every single day in the direction that I want.
I take the opposite side of your trade. I'm 80% seller of options. I use time against buyers.
Yeah.
So I'm using theta decay on the
Yeah.
buyers.
Yeah.
So I would profit like 90% of the time. I
Yeah.
would sell options to people that would never use their options, never realize.
Yeah.
Just price.
Yeah. I sell options as well too. I do a lot of spread trades and what have you.
Most beginners, they don't know that if the price stagnates, doesn't go anywhere, they get killed quickly.
Yeah, it's called theta decay.
Theta, correct.
And that's why, guys, that's why Sniper is pretty cool, right? So we get that catalyst. We're not in there long, right? We've got a catalyst over the weekend, right? So we get it on Friday. We're going to get out. All we want is that pop. We want a nice pop. We want that gap up. All right. We want that gap up on Monday. Take our profits and be out. All right. Good.
I think that's the perfect way of trading options to minimize the risk. If you get out quickly and just take your profits.
Yeah. And if you can get a catalyst, like Peter did, Peter had a great catalyst with earnings on his upstart. And that's what we want to do. That's what we want to do. In and out, in and out. All right. Any other questions, guys? All right. I will see you guys. Have a great week. And I'm gonna go ahead and celebrate my daughter. I gotta tell you guys this. My daughter just got accepted to FSU. We just found her today. So,
All right.
So we'll have all three of the kids. One just graduated from FSU over the summer, my oldest son, Ian. And then my other son, Ethan, is at FSU now. So my daughter Brooke just got accepted. So we're very proud of her. Very, very proud.
Congrats, David.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty cool. They're all excited.
Yep. She'll enjoy being in college. She will.
What's that?
She'll enjoy being in college.
Yes.
Most people do.
Yeah, she is, and a few of her close friends since grade school also got accepted. So they'll all head out together in August. So that's why we do this, guys. That's why we work hard and we do this so that we help the next generation. All right. Okay, guys, you guys take care. Have a great evening, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks, David.
Bye-bye.